All right, here we go then.
Kurt is very proud of himself right now. Good morning, by the way. It's Kurt and Jen in the Morning podcast. He's very proud of himself because it took, over 15 episodes to figure out how to get music on the video portion. So if you watch on YouTube, you've not gotten to see or listen to this music. But if you consume the podcast on an audio platform, an audio-only platform, or you just listen to the audio like on Spotify or iHeart or Apple Music, you get music.
Are you done explaining? Here's the thing. I just actually hadn't taken the time to record.
So you knew the whole time and we just get it right now? Well, I'm proud of you and it sounds great.
Thank you.
Way to go.
Now that we have sound along with our video. It is Kurt and Jen in the morning, our podcast. Thanks for being here. You can like us. You can follow us. You can subscribe to us. They can subscribe to us.
It's free.
And if you feel
helps.
like chatting, feel free to, you can contact us, obviously, through any of these platforms or Kurt and Jen in the morning at gmail.com.
That's
All
correct.
Right. There is everything.
Here we go on an exciting day of useless knowledge.
It might be useful to some people. It's randomly useful.
Oh, this one is not useless. How to pick out watermelons. We talked about this yesterday.
That's right.
About having the field spot on the bottom of the watermelon. I'm using air quotes.
That was the suggestion, or that's what we had read, was the way to pick out the best watermelon, find the one, look at, like it was the field spot, basically where it was sitting in the field.
Right. You don't want it to be white.
Right.
You want it to be like yellowish color.
And then Barb had to come along and say, you guys are way off base.
No, it wasn't way off, but she did give us some more, like she gave us a screenshot.
How to tell the male, quote unquote, from the female watermelons.
The male's elongated and watery. Is this like a dirty joke? And the female's round and large and sweet. Are you calling me fat?
I didn't say a thing. And she goes on to say what it has. If it has white spots on it, means it's lacking in taste. If it has orange spots, that's delicious. Delicious. Oh, okay.
So we need orange spots. How do you know if you want a male or female watermelon?
I don't know if that again, it's way more complex than I think we had thought. Although this one is, I guess one more should be an obvious one, but now we know if it's got as a dry stem. If there's a stem on it and it's dry, that there, my friend, is a ripe watermelon.
And then the webbing on it also says something about the watermelon. There's so many things to be said about a watermelon just from looking at it. Smaller webbing means it's bland and yucky. Don't go for the small webbing. But if it's large webbing, meaning
that's
like the stripies are farther apart.
There's your sweet one. If you want a sweet one.
There you go. I mean, it is watermelon season.
Thank you for that, Barb.
Yeah,
you're
we
awesome.
love that. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Okay. You had some like
what did I have?
world record, Guinness World Record that was broken or something.
This is loads of fun. So, because sometimes you see these Guinness World Records, you're like, why is there a world record for that?
You're right, because this is unbelievable.
And I think it'd be a great idea to come up with something that nobody has even considered before. Like how many Apple Watches can I hold in my hand? Like something nobody's ever done before.
Okay.
And of course, you're going to have the world record, right? Because you're the only one that's done it.
Speaking of Apple Watches, do you want me to give my update now or later?
Well, we sort of headed into this other story.
Okay, let's go.
All right. There's a guy in Northern Ireland named Declan. He just set a new Guinness World Record by assembling a Mr. Potato Head. That's a Mr. Potato Head in just 5.15 seconds.
5.15 seconds. What all did he have? Like, what are all the parts he had to use?
Well, there's 10 pieces, and maybe this is part of the rules, because you do have to get with Guinness, I think, beforehand and set some boundaries or whatever. So he assembled a Mr. Potato Head, including the hat, pants, eyes, nose, mustache, mouth, both ears, and both arms in 5.15 seconds.
I mean, okay. Yay for him. Great.
But, first of all, there's your nonsensical Guinness World Record of the day, right?
Right.
Secondly, that leads, when you're people like us, you're like, what kind of pickup lines is this guy going to have? You're like, I mean, this to him, a major accomplishment. How's he going to utilize this, perhaps, in, picking up people at the club? So, the top five pickup lines for the guy who set the Guinness record for the world's fastest Mr. Potato Head assembly.
We have more than five,
we
actually.
Do, because we got you going on this. Okay, Mr. Potato Head, Guinness record. He says, yes, that's a potato in my pocket, but I'm also happy to see you. Let me get back to the point where, because you want to push this button this time? That button right there does the dum-dum. Okay?
Okay.
I'll leave that in your hands.
Okay.
That one.
Okay, got it. Go.
Oh, I only have eyes for you, and a nose and an arm.
These are so bad.
If I show you my potato, will you show me your melons?
I'm not even giving you anything for that.
Well, you read some of them then.
Okay. Oh, this is terrible.
This is for you.
I'm really good at putting stuff in holes. Jeez.
All right. I actually have 2 Guinness records. The other one is world's most disappointing son.
I think that's really mean. I don't like that one.
I'm going to get some clap.
I like this last one the best.
The last one. Okay, go.
Forget Mr. Potato Head. You should see what I can do with my super soaker. All right. That's
There
as
you
risque
go.
as we're getting.
Hope you enjoyed those pickup lines for the Mr. Potato Head world record holder. Good
Okay.
luck in life, sir.
Now I will give you an update on my watch, my
Right.
Apple Watch that has been lost, although I know exactly where it was dropped,
Right.
which was somewhere in my driveway. Someone picked it up, and the last time it was seen was just down the street at it looked like at a neighbor's house. So I
Right.
went to said neighbor's house yesterday morning.
Okay.
Talked to the gentleman. He doesn't have it. He asked his kid, "Do you have it?" This
And the kid said-
littler kid? No. He's like, "Well, maybe my wife's seen it." Nope. So now I posted signs. Lost Apple Watch. Please return it. Because someone
Yeah, but
who walks our neighborhood or lives in our neighborhood and a kid's playing in the street or adults are walking the neighborhood, I don't even know. Someone picked it up and moved it because I did not lose it at the neighbor's house.
Right. And your little finder on there, where's my watch?
But see, the watch is dead now, right? Because it hasn't been charged in 2 days. So now I can't track it anymore. So I put the lost mode on it. I put a little message if someone turns it on to please call me. And I posted signs in the neighborhood.
Very
So
good.
here's to hoping for the best. No.
That did not go there. I still enjoyed it, though. Good luck with your watch. I mean, that's got to. It's a little.
I'm
it's a bit of
bummed.
an invasion. Well, you feel like it's an invasion of privacy, or because who knows what they're looking at and. Blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. I don't want to go there.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Macey's last day of school. Your youngest last day of school was yesterday.
Yeah, and I went to pick her up because it was only like what? She starts school at 8:15, and I had to pick her up by 10:45.
Okay.
And I rolled up to the school, and typically it is crowded. Like parent pickup is crazy.
Last day of school, right?
It was a ghost town at the school. I'm like, she got in the car, and I was like, "Did anyone go to school today?" She's like, "Not really, Mom. I was one of the only ones."
Good for you, Mace.
Anyway.
But now she's right. For next year, it's like nobody goes to school in the last half day, Mom, and she's got some facts to back that up.
Yeah, so now it's summertime, and I don't want her to just sit and play on her computer and her phone and her tablet.
Like me.
I don't want her to do that. So I'm like, and I've been telling her this for a couple months now, and she never got back to me. So now I am going to start booking summer camps for her, and she's mad at me. Because here's the thing. Am I wrong? She announced yesterday, as a matter of fact. Yesterday, she says, "I'm going to do softball fast pitch again."
Okay.
Great. I think that's fantastic. Team sports, love it. Big
Right,
fan.
right.
Being active, big fan.
Okay.
All of it. I'm like, great. That's awesome. You haven't played in a couple years. So you need to, if you're going to compete with the people or be able to hang with the people on the team, you're going to need to be working out and getting in shape. And, I don't know, maybe go to a softball camp or two. Well, I'm just going to throw the ball around with Dad and Stacy. Great. I think that's awesome too, but you need to do more. And she is pissed off at me for saying that. She doesn't want to put the work in. Right? She just wants to waltz on the team. It's just like theater. I said, you need to take singing lessons, and you need to take go to a camp to teach you more things. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. She doesn't want to go to any of it. Yes, I'm done. I'm just frustrated as a mom because, these teenagers don't want to, well, not all teenagers. My teenager does not want to do anything. She just wants everything to come easy. And I'm trying to just teach her that's not how this works.
Well, it seems that is there a period in young people's lives where they all kind of go, we all kind of go through that? Not you, because you have too much energy.
I don't know. Maybe. No, I feel like I'm going through that now. That's a whole different story. Let's move on.
All right, moving on to
TikTok trends.
All right.
Let's just talk about it because it's
This is
like
quick.
super like first of all, why?
Right.
And it's just, we want to keep people in the know. Like, this is what's trending big time.
People putting
on
spring
social.
onions or green onions
Right.
In their coffee.
Why? What and why? Does it do something?
Well, let me tell you about the preparation first. What people are
Okay.
doing is they're taking their coffee. Usually,
Their latte.
I guess the most common preparation is a latte. You put cut spring onions into a glass, muddle them. You add ice, milk, and a couple shots of espresso, and then garnish it with even more spring onions. There you go. There's your...
Is it like some health benefit or
It says
why?
nothing about that, because that's why I thought, okay, well, this has got to be great for your brain or something. So it says nothing about any health benefits, but almost everyone says that this is an acquired taste, and some people say they don't get it at all because the onion never absorbs into the latte. So once you have drunk all the liquid out, you're left with a cup
mouthful.
full of
Actually, a
onions.
mouthful of onions that are soggy.
But if you love onions and you love coffee,
Okay.
this might be the thing for you.
So we just wanted you to know that.
We did.
Yesterday, I told you about Anthony, who is a hot firefighter boyfriend Pat's oldest son.
It's a long name.
He and his wife are pregnant,
Right.
he and Sierra. And he had sent me and Pat this video and this picture of what he would like to do for the gender reveal. And so it was a picture of 2 cow costumes, one that looked like a girl cow, one that looked like a boy cow, and then a video of 2 blow-up baby costumes fighting it out, kind of wrestling around to do gender reveal.
And I think we were like, yeah, if you think about those inflatable sumo wrestler costumes, that's what
Yeah.
these look like. They're big and they bounce off of each other and stuff.
Yeah. And so Pat, when Anthony called him about it, Pat was like, what? What? I need to do what? Mm-hmm. And he's like, Jen will do it. He's like, I know Jen will do it, which I would. And I was super excited to talk to Pat yesterday. And the wife, Sierra, kiboshed it. She's like, we're not doing that.
So they're not doing a gender reveal at all? Or
No, they're not doing that as the gender reveal.
cows or babies?
No inflatable
inflatables
cows
at all.
no. So that led to the question, what are some gender reveal ideas that you have?
Was that a thing when you...
No.
Okay. I
No.
thought it was a relatively recent thing. So you didn't have a gender reveal or anything like that. But now everybody has one.
Well,
and so
apparently everyone
here
has one.
are some suggestions. And again, we say this by prefacing it with be careful, because some areas, they've got burn bans on and stuff like that.
So doing
for good reason.
firecrackers or
Yeah.
fireworks or
We're going to
whatever.
send up a bunch of sparks in either blue or pink, and we're not going to start a forest fire.
What someone did
Famous
a couple
last
years
words.
ago.
All right, so-
Okay, so some of the ideas were, these are the common ones, like colored smoke bombs, pink or blue.
Okay, right.
The confetti cannons, you launch.
And-
So you could just do a simple one, right? You have a nice little party and then you do a little presentation. Okay, here's gender reveal. Boop. But there's other ones like burnouts.
I don't know what that is.
So there's things that they make that you can put in, I guess maybe in the exhaust pipe it would be. So then when
Oh.
you burn out, it like has all the smoke of the color of the gender. Does that make sense?
Yeah. How about
Friends of mine kind of did that. They were in their side by side because they love side by side, so they were really trying to personalize it. And they went through like a finish line banner,
Mm-hmm.
and the banner like exploded in powder of the color that the gender was.
And what color
pink.
was it?
Pink.
All right.
Little Nova's 5 months old now.
They also say you can do a piñata. That's nice. No sparks, no fire with a piñata. And then, of course, whatever comes out of the piñata is either all pink or all
You can
all
buy
blue.
sports balls. So if your loved one or you are really into soccer or football or whatever, they sell these balls that you can just kick or throw or whatever, and then they explode with the color.
All right. Balloons with powder in them and use darts to pop them.
Yep. Want to
like
know
it.
my favorite?
Well, of course.
My friend Courtney did this a while ago, a long while ago. Her mom went out and bought a blue glassy baby and a pink glassy baby.
If you don't know what glassy babies are, we should say they're candle holders, but
They're overpriced.
very expensive
holders.
Votive holders, yes. So anyway, so they've got a pink and a red. How do they?
Or tea light. They're tea light holders, not votive holders.
So they had a pink and a blue glassy baby. How did the reveal actually happen? They just said, "Here's the blue one."
So she had one. So she had both because she didn't know the gender yet, but she was going to give her both of them anyway.
Okay.
But at the gender reveal party, she knew, the mom knew which gender, so she wrapped it up and they opened up the glassy baby and it was a blue one, and so they had a boy.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like those
love
ideas better than setting off fireworks
For sure.
in a dry, grassy area.
I just thought it was fun to research some of that.
And good
I don't
luck,
know what they're going to do.
Anthony and Sierra, yes. I do
knows?
think it would have been fun to see you in the cow costume or a
I
baby
think it
costume.
would have been so
bouncing.
fun.
And the idea was going to be that you would be in one costume, Pat, your boyfriend, be in another, and you guys were going to fight.
Right.
You duke it out, and then whoever got knocked out, whoever was left standing was the...
I don't know.
reveal.
I don't know. It looked like that maybe there was like powder within the costume that when one of them fell down or something, then it would explode.
Okay.
I don't know.
You're getting creative.
Yes.
Although, can we also say, you don't have to do that.
Or you could just make it a surprise.
That's right. You don't have
That's
to do
how it was
anything.
supposed to be.
Oh, we don't have the music yet. Sorry.
Okay, that's okay.
We just have the opening music.
That's it?
I'll get the other ones done.
There's supposed to be music in between each little topic we talk about on the video.
Right. That's what we're working on.
All you others? No, you already know all the magical audio that Kurt creates.
A whole different subject. How about that? Which is,
Shoot.
this was a question posed again to thousands of people. What do you think you're better than? I got to phrase this correctly. You're better at than 80% of people. So if I said to you, Jen, what are you so good at? You'd say, I'm better at this than 80% of the people.
This is pretty funny, and this is the way we should be making money, Kurt. If
Right.
we could make money off this stuff that we're real good at.
Well, the first one we're going to share with you, I am the master of.
Oh, no. I would argue that.
People say, I am better at this than 80% of people, picking the slowest line at the grocery store.
I am the winner of that.
I don't know. There could be all the lines are like 4 or 5 people long, and then there's this one cashier that has one person.
Yes.
I'm going to go in that line.
Yeah. And then it's like everybody else is flying through, and I'm like, oh, FFS.
And they're like, can I pay with a check? And can I get a price check on this? Like, oh, great. Oh, hang on just a second. I got something in my
Okay, what are some of the other ones?
that we're better at than 80% of people?
Yeah.
People answered, looking you directly in the face while you're talking and not hearing a single thing. That called tuning out,
Yes.
zoning out.
Minding my own business.
You're terrible at that.
I mind my business.
You are terrible at that.
I also mind others.
There you go. Other things people said that they're better at than 80% of people, finding misplaced commas in a sentence. That's very specific.
That is very specific.
How about blowing tiny spit bubbles off the tip of my tongue?
Can you do that?
No. Is that what you're doing? You don't even know what it is.
Yes, you blow, like you try to get spit bubbles in your mouth.
And then you go,
Like you gotta get some bubbles there.
What's
and
the
then you try to
purpose?
blow. I don't know.
oh, just to do it.
I don't know.
How about untangling things like corded headphones or Christmas lights or tiny chain necklaces? That person,
I would like that person in my life, please.
that could be a career. I'll come over and untangle things at your house.
I have a lot more to untangle than cords.
What else do we have on there? Oh, okay. These are the things that people are better at
Complaining.
than 80% of people. Better than that, complaining. Jen?
I don't
complainer.
really complain too much.
You're not much of a complainer.
I try not to.
You just make your point often emphatically. How's that?
Punctuated, if you will. This I am not better at
Please,
anyone.
what is it?
The talent for judging volume, like for leftovers and what kind of container to use. I am not good at that kind of volume. I have the wrong container nearly every time. I'm like, will this fit in this? Yeah, I think so. And oftentimes I can't use a lid anymore. I need to use saran wrap because it's heaping over.
Wow. So there's
Unless it's like liquid, then I've got to wash an extra dish because I screwed it up.
Well, and of course, the goal with that is you could use a giant bowl and then just a little, but that's a waste of space.
Yeah, I don't have enough space in my refrigerator for
So you're
that
not
kind of
so
nonsense.
good at judging the volume.
But people pride themselves thinking they're better than 80% of other people at doing that.
I don't, if they ask me, what are you better than 80% of people at? I don't know what I would say. I'd think about it for a while. But if you have
Blowing up a
something.
balloon with my nose.
That's right. We might have to do a demonstration at some point.
Maybe.
Or we'll dig up that old footage from way back when we both did that. And yes, you are good at that. Blowing up a balloon with her nose.
Yeah. Clear out the snot first, though. All right.
On to weddings.
Well, here's the thing. It's wedding season. We talked about some etiquette in an earlier show.
Right.
And now it's like, what do you buy a couple Like if you're going to a wedding, what do you give them? Hopefully they have a register.
Right.
And you can look at the registry.
And the question is, because we did dive into this, are the idea of physical wedding gifts, is that an outdated idea?
Yeah.
And people should instead give experiences or
cold, hard cash.
That's the one.
Cash. Cash is king.
About a third of people say cash is their go-to wedding gift now. Is that? I guess that's people giving the gifts, not the bride and groom.
Right.
I mean, it makes it easy, especially if they put up, we'll take cash.
Yeah, and I always think that it's not very thoughtful, but then they can go get what they want, ultimately, right?
Well, I think
you get them an adventure.
The thinking was, well, you didn't put a lot of thought into this. You don't know specifically anything about them. You just gave them money. It's like, well, I know that they can use money.
It's better than getting like some like glass bird that I might have or might not have gotten as a wedding gift back when I got married.
Okay, so the top 4 experiences, the top experiences.
So wait a second. So it's cash or an experience. Those are the top 2 wedding gifts.
And of the experiences, we had a few that people.
Okay, what are they?
An adventure like hot air ballooning or skydiving. Have you done either of those?
No, but I want to do a balloon ride. I will not skydive.
I will skydive again any old time.
You went skydiving already?
Well, I didn't know when I was like 22. It was a radio stunt. I had a microphone, a wireless mic.
It was so fun.
Oh God!
Were you scared out of your mind though?
No, it's really kind of indescribable because you're like, I mean, it's one of those things that you just got to do it and then or whatever. And I kind of get that now when people are saying that. But yeah, it was. Like I said, I was in Dayton, so this is like 1991, 92, just starting in radio, and they said, usually we give people like 4 hours of training before they jump, but we're going to give you guys like 20 minutes.
Oh.
Okay. Well, we were doing it live on the morning show.
You can't do that anymore, for
can't.
morning shows. Companies are like, no, it's too high risk. But back in the day, they said you have to do anything.
So they just sent me up there with a few other people from the station, and what you do is they open the side door. I guess it's pretty much the side of the plane. They open up, right? This is a little.
I know, and then you jump out and you pull your chute.
Here's the thing that I think would be a difficult thing is you don't just jump out. You actually work your hands out on the wing strut. You sort of like lean out, and the wing strut is underneath the wings. You're holding on as far as you can
for dear life,
and then you just sort of drop your legs and you're hanging there. You're hanging there for a little bit of time.
Are you with You're with someone?
No, I did solo.
You did not, Kurt. Your first time out, you did solo jumping?
It was a static line, too, which means you just fall, whatever, X amount of feet, and then it snaps and your chute opens automatically. But yeah.
At least that's the hope.
Yeah, and that is what happened. But the thing that I thought was funny was, they said, work your way out in the wing strut, and then we'll give you the thumbs up sign, then you just let go and skydive. And I was like, well, what happens if you get too scared and you can't let go? And they said, the pilot will speed up. You'll get tired. That was reassuring.
I would not do that. Why don't you just go to Snohomish Skydive? It's right up the street.
I know. I very well may.
Okay.
But you need to go first.
I'm not doing it. It's a hard no for me.
Let's get back to the other adventures for wedding gifts.
Something relaxing like a massage or a spa package, a getaway like staying at a resort or a nice hotel, or the freedom to choose your own experience, a.k.a. cash.
Here it goes back to the cash again.
Yeah.
Well, you can't go wrong very much. But apparently, you can give somebody a glass bird.
No, you just don't want that.
That's
make sure you're getting them something that they really want or need.
Okay.
But the whole thing is that it's like, what's the wedding budget? Most people are saying I'll spend between $50 and $100.
Right.
Some people are like, I'll do $150 or more.
Well, so a lot more people that have kids of an age where they're going to be getting married. You're going to go to those weddings. Most of the weddings I go to now are second marriages of people and stuff like that.
Do you get a gift for a second marriage?
I'm happy to, but often they'll say we don't need a gift. Just make a donation.
Your presence is your presence.
So which is cool because how many people are trying to get rid of stuff versus trying to get more stuff in their life? I'm trying to get rid of stuff. You're trying to get rid of stuff.
I am, but
if I
got married again, I would want you to get me a present.
I would get you a present, of course. Nobody else, just me. She's like, you guys are, but Kurt, I want a present, man.
Oh, jeez.
Let's move on to the car. This is fun.
I do not have I guess I do have a name for my car. I was thinking I didn't, but it's the Party Pilot.
It's the Party Pilot. This is the, first of all, about half of people who have a car have given it a name.
And you have a name for your car, and I did not know that. Mine is the Party Pilot. I talk about it all the time, and it's because I'm bringing the party.
And it's a pilot.
And it's a pilot.
I'm the pilot, so that's the party pilot. Easy.
Okay, what's yours?
Well, we named it's a F-150, and I thought it'd be funny to do a play on words, and so it's Howard, the truck.
I don't get it.
Well, there's a movie called Howard the Duck. It was not a good movie.
I know that one.
So we decided to go with Howard the truck because we thought it was funny.
Okay, so your truck is named Howard.
Right.
The truck.
And then Dana's
Cruise.
car, well, she's not really happy with the color of her car.
Yeah.
She said, this is a grandma car. Only grandmas drive this car.
It is like this light blue color.
And so that car
right.
has been dubbed
Grams?
Old Lady.
The old lady
It's terrible. Yeah, so we're like, are we taking Howie or the old lady?
Howie.
It's terrible, I know. But when she said,
Howie or the old
when
lady.
she said, that's a grandma color. I want a different color car.
We're leaving the old lady behind.
And we're taking, and then of course there's another car which is just Beamy. That's the BMW. The little convertible is Beamy.
Oh, I don't know why you wouldn't take the Beamy all the time. Like that Beamy should have been out in your driveway yesterday with how sunny it was.
We do take it a lot when it's sunny, but it stays in the garage when it's not being driven.
And that's my point, though. It was so beautiful yesterday.
It needs to be out of the garage more, you say.
Right.
And what about my boat? It needs to be out in the water more often.
Well, it's in the water. It just doesn't move.
We're going to dive into a little bit about the names of the car and why people choose the names that they do, what they think, what they consider when choosing a good name for their car.
All right. What do they take into consideration?
Apparently there's three things. Personality.
Of the car or the person driving it?
Well, over a third of people said they've named their car based on its personality. So I don't know. Does the car have a personality?
I guess maybe.
Okay. Another third of people said that they consider the make and model, like calling if you had a Kia Forte and you named it Will after Will Forte.
I don't know who that is.
Actor, dude.
Okay.
They have another
That's what I did. I took number 2 into consideration, the party pilot.
Okay. And then the third thing that people say they take into consideration, how it performs, like Zippy because it's fast.
All right.
Right? Or Old Lady because it's terrible. I know. And it's such a great car. It's a CRV. It's going to last forever.
And then how do you love your car? You love them by giving it regular maintenance, having the oil change, getting it washed, taking it out for a leisurely drive.
So you're just going leisurely? It's like, we're doing you a favor today. I'm only going to go 25 miles an hour or less because I love you so much, party pilot.
The party pilot doesn't usually go for leisurely drives.
How many miles are in the party pilot?
So many. I don't even know.
No, it's awesome.
Over 230 maybe.
So it's partied a lot.
It's had a lot of partying.
A lot of partying.
We party a lot in the party pilot.
So we're going to...
We want to know your names tomorrow. We want to go through some names that people have shared with us. Your car name. If you have a name for your car, we want to know it.
And why you chose that name as well.
Yes.
You can put it in the comments here or wherever you want, but the name of your car...
Wherever you want. We'll put it on social media if I remember.
That's right. Just, or you can just graffiti it somewhere. The name of your car and why you chose that name is what we're gonna share all those with you tomorrow right here on this program. Program. It's not a program?
It's a program. It's a program. All right. We hope you have an awesome day. We appreciate you letting us be part of your daily routine. We post a new podcast every weekday. We're ready to go now, right? Make good choices, find joy, and please spread kindness.